I chose a Dwarf Rune Fighter as my race and class, and really enjoyed the flavor of this class. In Dungeon Lords, the class system is a little bit confusing, but in total, you can combine up to 5 different classes to make your build. Up to 2 Tier 1 classes, 2 Tier 2 classes, and 1 Tier 3 class. If you refer to this chart here, the class system makes a little bit more sense. Basically, you choose a core class at character creation, which is also classified as a Tier 1 class. Later, through joining one of 4 major factions, you can add one more Tier 1 class to your character. And through those factions, there are Tier 2 classes you can eventually qualify for, but there are also a few minor factions that provide Tier 2 classes, and you're restricted to 2 Tier 2 classes in total, which makes for a lot of potential combinations in build variety. Each class has the potential to add a ton of functionality to your build, as some make entirely new types of weapons or armor types available to you, and others might unlock entire schools of magic for your character. The combination of what you selected for your Tier 1 classes presents most of which Tier 2 classes are available. For example, a fighter with an adept, which is similar to a cleric, would make a Tier 2 class called Paladin as a possible option. Smaller factions like the Eastern Houses provide Tier 2 classes like the Samurai if you have the prerequisite of the Tier 1 fighter class, or a Ninja Lord if you have the Tier 1 rogue class. And interestingly enough, the Tier 1 class you chose at character creation is called your core class, and you get slightly unique properties on your core class skills. So a character that chose a fighter at level 1, for example, has a different property on their core skills than a mage that later chose fighter as their second Tier 1 class. It's pretty interesting. As you can imagine, there's a lot of combinations available for the player to build around. I think it's a few hundred, but my math could be wrong there. The spell designs are interesting as well, although one criticism I have, at least for the Rune Fighter, is that there were too many buff spells for my taste to the beginning half of the game, which led to me not having as many active skills as I'd like. Though overall, I really enjoyed the Rune Fighter class fantasy and flavor. It's a concept I don't see done too often in RPGs, and it's a really good fit for dwarves in my opinion.